Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another Swiss 001 video. Now today we are back in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which has recently been released here. I mean, you know, it's been a month now that this one came out, and yeah, what can we say? This flight simulator, it does still hold up very well to its expectations, so all easy on that. But just like any other game, this flight simulator does come with its little flaws and problems and glitches and bugs, and some of them have been fixed already by Microsoft. There has been a pretty huge patch so far, but some of them are still there, and I'm especially talking about weird scenery bugs. As right now we are approaching the airfield of Molles, which I think is a military airfield, so this is quite interesting, but what's more interesting is actually the structure that we can find right behind the airfield, and as you can see, something tall just randomly popping up in the scenery. Let's do a little bit of a low pass here of the airfield. We have got a Cessna 172 on the ground. Wait, there's actually some more bugs that I just found out here. For example, there's these light bulbs just on the taxiway, which is weird. Also, there's this plane that's just stuck into the hangar. That is not good. Oh, the poppy light's also just on the taxiway. Yeah, this whole airport basically is messed up. Meanwhile, we've got another player because we're actually in multiplayer. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's taxiing through grass. I mean, each of their own, right? But what's definitely more interesting is that structure that we have behind here. Actually, the rest of the village here is quite nicely detailed, I guess. And, you know, this is what a random Swiss village does look like. But I don't think I have ever seen something like this. Oh. Not only we have this very interesting tall, structure, but we've also got flying cars. This is definitely next level. I think actually what happened here is that this flight simulator tried to reproduce some kind of bridge or something, and it kind of messed up the elevation data of the bridge, right? Yeah, I guess this is actually supposed to be a bridge, and I think we can actually land on it and just, you know, hang around a little bit. Oh, it does take very good precision of the... God damn it, we crashed into the bridge. That's not good. Now you may wonder, how does a bug like this come to be? Well, to explain that, we actually have to take a look at how the scenery and all that, all the objects here are actually, created here in this flight simulator, or how they are placed here. Well, basically, there is an AI of Microsoft Flight Simulator that analyzes the Bing satellite data, because, you know, Bing belongs to Microsoft and they own all that stuff. And, well, yes, it analyzes the satellite data that it has and guesses the structure that it should place, and as you can see, this system is not that good. I mean, it is apparently very flawed. And yeah, let me just say, this is not the only random tall structure that have been found randomly here in the Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery. Let's check out another very interesting site. We're staying in Europe. Let's actually go to Rijeka, and on the approach of runway 14 we can find another very interesting structure just standing there. So let's check that out. Alright, welcome to, I think this is Croatia or something. Let's turn to the left because we've got this standing there. Yeah, this is so weird. This is actually more of a industrial park of Rijeka in Croatia. I'm probably pronouncing this very wrong, but whatever. And yeah, this is another very tall structure just popping up. This is actually a building this time around. Yes, this is supposed to be a skyscraper, and I don't think anyone would ever build a skyscraper this close to the water, right? I mean, that's just pretty dumb, isn't it? But it's very interesting anyway. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a stunt here. There we go. Alright, that didn't work out, did it? Oh, you damaged your landing gear. Is that all that is to it? I hope so, I guess. These are just like two examples that I found for this video, but there's obviously a lot more all around the world. There was another very interesting tall building in Melbourne that was fixed quite a while ago already by the Microsoft Flight Simulator team, because they're constantly obviously patching the whole flight simulator, which makes quite a lot of sense, doesn't it? But yeah, for now we can enjoy this one as well here. As long as it's there, it's probably going to be removed within a week. Oh, actually, I think I know now why the AI thought that there would be a very tall structure, a tall building here, and it's because of this, I think this is some kind of chimney here that belongs to the industrial park. The AI probably confused the chimney with an actual skyscraper, which the chimney probably isn't either. Oh, we crashed again. Okay, so now it's time to move on to another type of bug that we also can find here in the flight simulator, and that's actually way more common. Now for that, let's actually go to Austria, very close to Salzburg, here in the Alpine region. Alright, welcome to Salzburg, but let's turn around, because we need to actually get deeper into the Alpine mountains to find another example of a very common bug here in the flight simulator. I mean, it's not actually that much of a bug, it's just interesting anyway. Alright, we're just flying along here, and we can see... Alright, here we go. As you can tell here, the satellite scenery that we have here in the Austrian Alps isn't that good. As you can see, there's some clouds here in the scenery, which doesn't make the whole region look better, does it? But there's something else very interesting here that I found while flying here, and it's these two white stripes on the ground. And first of all, I thought like these were some, you know, power lines or something, because that would make sense, but these would be some very, very bold power lines, right? That's gotta be a lot of power. And also, they're so weirdly placed, it doesn't make any sense. But actually, no, it turned out to be something very different. Oh yeah, right in front of us, you can see the white stripes ending in a plane that's been caught in the actual satellite scenery. Isn't that funny? Yes, indeed, these are not power lines, but contrails of a plane. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Let's check it out a little further. Yeah, this appears to be a 4-engine plane, maybe an A380 or 747. Very interesting indeed. Just caught here in the scenery, and this is actually something I can commonly see here in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially again in regions with, you know, scenery coverage that's not that good. But let's move on to another type of bug, and it's especially with elevation data here in the Flight Simulator. Let's start off in Bella Coola here in Canada, a very interesting airport that we've also checked out before. Let's come in on a nice approach. Now here we can find a very interesting elevation bug here in the 3D scenery. And it's with this river here. It's totally messed up, like genuinely. This here is definitely against science, what we got here, and it doesn't make any sense either. I wonder how this kind of stuff actually comes to be. Yeah, maybe the AI definitely is confused here. I don't think that Bing Maps or something actually gets this kind of stuff wrong, but this doesn't look right, does it? Let's actually go to a place that has a lot more messed up scenery. You know, looking at the elevation data. Also in Canada for some reason, but on the other side of Canada. Alright, welcome to Canada. Up here, everything looks normal so far, but let's just imagine this case. We are approaching runway 16 of Yellowknife Airport, and as we can already tell, something is wrong, especially with the lakes. They also have very wrong elevation data here. As you can see here in the flight simulator, they have a very higher elevation compared to the actual other forest here. Now we can actually see, especially here right in front of runway 16, this is gonna make the approach of this runway pretty hard, right? And this reminds me of St. Bartholomew in the Caribbean. This definitely is not realistic, is it? Okay, now we can land. But yeah, landings here in the flight simulator at runway 16 of Yellowknife are definitely going to be long landings, right? But it's even funnier on the other side of the runway, because there we also have very, very much messed up elevation data all over the area, actually. When I say all over the place, I mean all over the place, really. Yeah, pretty much all the little spaces of water here in the region are of a higher elevation compared to the other stuff here in the area, which looks very interesting indeed. Here we go. It's really all over the place here in the area. It's that's very interesting, and that's actually something that we can find a lot here in the flight simulator, especially at other places that are a little bit more up north. For example, in Norway, I've seen that too a lot. I mean, but obviously this shouldn't happen anyway, right? So that's it with the elevation data. Again, this can easily be fixed afterwards, but I found another very interesting bug at an airport in Britain, and that is at St. Just of Land's End. Let's check that one out. Now, what do we got here? Now, this is actually quite close to the weird taxiway bug that we had at the airport of Mollis, but this is a lot more messed up. But yeah, here we have got taxiway signs all over the place, and actually something that's weird as well is that the actual runways are not here in the sim either. They are in the scenery, but they don't show up as actual asphalt runways. We really do only have grass here, basically. I mean, something that we do have, though, is little hangars and some buildings here. But the funniest part is definitely the taxiway signs. Jesus, how does that come to be? Like, on the middle of the runway as well. Yeah, this is runway 34 left, apparently. There should be runway 11 here as well. That's so weird. Maybe this is actually supposed to be another pilot simulating challenge, you know, taxiing your aircraft across all of these taxiway signs. You know, it's kind of like a maze, isn't it? There we go, and you're supposed to not hit any of these. Now, this could be some kind of race. Who makes it the fastest? I mean, this isn't multiplayer after all. I think this is what every player should see here, right? Yeah, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It is not perfect, definitely. Especially this airport, it's completely messed up. But so, yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video. And I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.